Hello, Rebel Moms, and welcome to the Life Unboxed podcast. I'm Jody, the mom, wife, homeschool mom of six, and successful mom entrepreneur. And I am bringing you information and inspiration on raising kids, running a business, and keeping your sanity. Be sure to visit lifeunboxed.blog and grab your Rebel Mom checklist so you can work from home and homeschool confidently. You can find the episode show notes, tools to make your life easier, and more information at lifeunboxed.blog. So now let's get into the show. So this week we are talking about creating a flexible fall homeschool schedule because it's going to give you the homeschool freedom you want while ensuring those little clones you created are learning. So as a busy work from home and homeschool mom, it is difficult juggling clients and homeschool. Yeah, so we're not going to paint this as a rainbows and skittles kind of a thing. Like it's hard. It is not easy to do that. So let's just be real. And the start of the school year can bring relief that you're getting back into the school routine, but it also can bring stress. You need to make sure those little ones are learning. And how you do that is by creating a flexible fall homeschool schedule and using effective time management for moms. All of these things are going to help lower your stress levels. And now, that transition between summer break and starting a new school year isn't easy. Even if you do some schoolwork during the summer, your kids and you have enjoyed the break, and it was needed. So never feel guilty about taking that break because we all need time to rest and to recover and to reset. So, okay, but that doesn't mean like we're not feeling guilty about taking the break, but that doesn't mean that there aren't challenges. And so we're going to take on these challenges and create this fall homeschool schedule that works for you, your kids, and will take the stress out of starting another school year. All right, so your homeschool schedule needs to start with a routine. You made it through the school year, then a summer break changed up any routine you had. So now it is time to think through your new routine. And the thing to keep in mind is seasons change. So something that worked the year before may not work for you this year. Who knows? Maybe you had a baby. Maybe, there's so many things that can just cause so much life upheaval that we just need to be flexible and to adjust our routines. Or maybe you use the schedule and have every minute of your day planned, and you know that will definitely not work for you again. So, if you want to create a flexible fall homeschool schedule, it starts with your routine. And if that feels overwhelming, then create a morning routine. Start small. Okay. We're not going for like big accomplishments, we want small wins. And okay, because I hate the promise of a stress free homeschool day because it is a false promise. We have good days, okay days, and not so great days. It doesn't matter what you do, you will never have a fully stress free homeschool. And you know what's going to happen is you're going to get stressed about being stressed. And this is why humans are involved. So it will never happen. But you can minimize the stress in certain areas so you can focus on the things that matter. So, nothing I'm going to say, we are not aiming for a stress free homeschool. We're just aiming to minimize it a little bit, make it more manageable. And there are so many mundane things that end up taking up space in our heads and add to our stress. So we want to minimize the space these mundane things take up by creating a routine. So if you want more information on that, I have a whole course on how to do that. But you could just start with the show below and then go from there. So I love to give lots of information. So be sure to check out the descriptions for so many links. Like, if you have a thought, I wish you would have expanded more on this. I probably have. So be sure to check out the description. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 tips for transitioning from summer break to fall. Number one is ease into your first day of school. Homeschool is about freedom, the freedom to choose how you learn and when you learn. And it also means the freedom to choose your first day of school. I know, isn't it amazing? So a few years ago, I picked our first day of school on a Thursday. There were different things happening and this was just the best day to start. And let me tell you, I hit the jackpot with it. So our first week of school was Thursday, Friday. Then the second week of school was only 3 days. This was the easiest transition from summer break to fall that we had ever done. And it worked so well for the kids that this is how we've started our school year ever since. So ease into that first day of school. Make that transition like easy for you and your kids. Number two is go through new curriculum and do this before the first day of school. So I always have the kids go through all of their curriculum, especially if it's new, so they understand where everything is and how it's laid out. They check the video DVDs to make sure they have them all, and they will go through the curriculum planner to ensure they understand what's expected. Now, some of the kids have been using the same curriculum for a few years now, so we don't spend a lot of time doing this anymore just because they're so familiar with it. But when we were experimenting with different curriculum, this was an essential step and it made the first day of school a lot smoother because they already knew where they needed to start. Number three, give everyone time. So that transition from laid back summer days to a more structured school day isn't easy. So give everyone time to adjust, including you. And when I say time, I mean like at least a month. And this may be different for everyone, but it just takes time to get back into the routine of things. Mom, I know it can be frustrating and you're still working from home and now you need the kids to hurry up and adjust, but take a deep breath, cry if you need to, just to get it all out. Read or watch Mom's No Good, Very Bad Day, and then get back to it. Because almost every transition in life is going to be hard. You just need to keep going. If you are new to homeschooling, then you need to give yourself and your kids more time to get into the new routine. And it may take the entire first year of homeschooling to figure it out. Our first year was terrible, and I am a homeschool graduate. The transition is hard, but it is not a sign of homeschool failure, and it doesn't mean you should give up. Now, let's talk about choosing a homeschool curriculum because your homeschool curriculum can make or break your year. Now, homeschooling is about picking curriculum that works for you and your family. And sometimes you're going to need to kiss a few frogs before you find your Prince Charming. But that's okay. It's okay to figure out a curriculum is not a good fit for you and still finish it out for the year because it was just too expensive to change, or to change your curriculum mid year because there's no possible way you can endure any longer. Curriculum has a great impact on how your homeschool will go. But, mom, your impact is even greater. So, do your research. If this is your first year, homeschooling, read How to Homeschool and Work from Home, a beginner's guide. Grab your copy of the Momtrepreneur's Guide to Curriculum and get all of my insights on the curriculum we've used for every single grade. And I tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because here's the thing, curriculum does have a big impact on your year. But remember, your impact is greater than that curriculum. And you have the freedom to choose how you're going to actually use that curriculum. Because I get it, curriculum is expensive. And if you spend a lot of money on something that is just not working for you, then it's okay to carve out what will work for you and not do the other stuff. Okay. It's okay to tailor curriculum because you just got to get through it to your needs. So it is exciting to start a new school year. There is expectation and hope for the year to come bubbling up inside of you. But your kids may feel differently about starting a new school year. Because, hey, even though they're homeschooled, they'll still complain about it. And instead of starting at a sprint, ease into the new school year with a flexible fall homeschool schedule. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out lifeunboxed.blog for everything you need to work from home and homeschool confidently. And check out the description because, like I said, there's so much more information. So if you have that thought of, I wish you would have said more about this, I probably have. So be sure to check that out, and I will see you next time.